What is up, everybody? Welcome to the TEC High School Series Division 1 Overwatch. Actually, I'm sorry, this one might actually be Division 2 Overwatch. Here for you guys today, I am Lord Thief, and joined in the booth by... Oh, wait, where's Joker? Oh, no, Joker's ransom. He's not here, but he will be soon. Don't fret, anybody. I think he gets off work here in about 30 minutes. So we're gonna run the show solo here for a little bit. You guys are stuck in here with me, maybe vice versa, but we're gonna be stuck here on New Queen Street, out in the open space. It's beautiful scarf weather, cold, frigid air, and as well some exciting team fights to look forward to. Here we're gonna be watching a matchup between Forest Hills and Uniontown. It's only one map though. Early in the TEC High School Series Spring 2024 season for TEC, we had a unfortunate instance of Blizzard, the host of the game servers, run into a little bit of server trouble. So what we're going to do is a rematch, or rather like a reschedule of the last map in the series that needed to be played from this week. Doesn't really matter who wins, who loses here. All that matters is that both teams were able to take what ended up being kind of a botched match and set aside time to play this last map, just to get this last map in, and kind of celebrate the fact that we're some of the lucky few who get to play Overwatch competitively. Here, rolling out on the side of Forest Hills, a Junker Queen brawly kind of composition with some poke elements, and here the identity for Uniontown is looking quite ironclad. This Ramatra style rush composition. Maywall already come up, means that there's some space to work with, and a Moira fade from D-Bands actually leads to a preemptive death here. Thin Blade 34 running in and finding a nice melee finish there onto Retrogod, and as well helping with the KP onto the rest of the members of Uniontown. Forest Hills off to a strong start. Eventually you're going to see a swap procced out here from Ghost Pants. Going to be on the Torbjorn now while Night Fury looks to push in really aggressively. It's going to be responded to with the arms from Saint, a posture, a warning call. Back off. This is not where you want to take the fight. And that would be true. Forest Hills backing off here, understanding that they're going to be coming up on ultimates here soon enough. Still halfway across pretty much the whole lobby. And Uniontown is going to have an opportunity to make a pushback here on this objective before it reaches that first objective, which will unlock a forward spawn for the current proprietors of the objective, that is Forest Hills. Also, the ones who are currently winning the team fight. Some really clean, patient shots from Toasty Boy help to assist Tariff and the rest of the squad to make sure that they're able to get this bot win here. Unfortunately, though, for them, Uniontown, I managed to push the bot almost back to the middle of the map, taking the fight to a little bit of a weird angle for Forest Hills, but they're able to keep their heads up above the water and find this escort that they need. Still a little bit more progress before they reach that checkpoint, what we in Overwatch call the butt scratch, because the bot will sit there and scratch his butt while we're waiting for this checkpoint to unlock. So Forest Hills almost up on that moment, and one last opportunity here for Uniontown to drop on them and see if they can make a move here. Pulse deployed from Thin Blade, doesn't quite get anything. You've got the Annihilate in action here from Saint as well. The Kitsune rush in response from Forest Hills, unwilling to lose this fight. Might see the beat come in here. It's not going to be the sound barrier from Tariff, it's going to be the Bob from Toasty Boy. And look at this, the first objective captured here by Forest Hills. There's the butt scratch as well, and ultimately a team fight loss, but the luxury of being able to move out from what we call the forward spawn, but maybe not. Maybe there's no worries about losing the fight quite yet. Thin Blade popping off with a little bit of support from Whale Rolls to make sure that Forest Hills stays in this fight, but it's probably time to disengage. Yeah, switch that from Whale Rolls and has to just live here. Unitarius push here as well with a couple of ultimates, actually almost 4 of them on standby, and they definitely want a little bit of progress. Still 7 minutes in this map, that's plenty of time to turn things around. A knife into Ghost Pants face is going to make things very difficult, and they get walled off from their own team. Night Fury, it wouldn't have mattered anyways, because Night Fury with the shout and the axe able to close the distance and get that final blow really quickly, but the Blizzard canceling that second follow-up axe from Night Fury onto Jets. Beautiful stuff from the May player of Uniontown. Soundbearer is going to drop, keeping the remaining 4 members of Forest Hills in this The Pulse Bomb helps to equalize that man disadvantage for them. Thin Blade going crazy here on the Tracer, finding not only openings, but also slipping through the cracks as well, helping to find the final blows, and as well, maybe some stagger eliminations onto Ghost Pants and Jets, no less. A Molten Core deployed on the objective, going to make things a little bit difficult here as the staging or setup, or cleanup, rather, here for Forest Hills, as they have cleaned up the fight and getting the bot moving again. But for Uniontown, it's going to be an opportunity to step back and think about if they want to do anything differently. And the answer is yes. Ghost Pants is going to opt onto the Reaper, probably part of an endeavor to just be able to move onto Night Fury. Just press W and mouse one button just to fire shotgun shell after shotgun shell into them. It's not going to be on Night Fury, though. It's going to be Toasty Boy that Ghost Pants is able to walk down and find that opening pick here. A trade established, now uneven in the side of Uniontown after D-Bands ends up going down to a Pulse Bomb. Someone has got to check this Tracer. Thin Blade is absolutely popping off, and I like Jets mirroring the Tracer here to help give the team a little bit of an edge and also give Thin Blade something to look at, but eventually that something to look at is going to get sent right back to spawn, and the rest of the team is going to be vulnerable to Thin Blade's advance, especially with Tariff and Night Fury on either side of them. Tariff providing the speed, and Night providing a little bit of backup in terms of follow-up damage. You have a Life Weaver here from D-Bands as well, and we do see the pedal getting used a lot, but the question that you're asking yourself, or that they may be asking themselves, is even with insane healing output, is that what this team will need right now? Part of Uniontown's answer to that is going to be no. Now to the Bastion, just going for more damage, and I actually really like that approach from them. There's tons of damage, tons of healing, and now you end up off of the Life Weaver and onto the Baptiste, who's one of my personal favorite characters, also capable of doing tons of damage and tons of healing. Still, not enough for Forest Hills to lose their edge here in this fight. The sound barrier is going to drop in response to the Annihilate. The Annihilate pushes forward, but there's a bomb shooting behind him. This is where all of the damage from Uniontown is going to come in real handy, but it's still not enough damage to put a dent in the roster for Forest Hills, who are going to make an almost uncontested advance to this final checkpoint and win New Queen Street. That was going to be New Queen Street here between Forest Hills and Uniontown. Like I mentioned earlier, just playing the one map today as part of the reschedule. GG's all around. Love what we got to see from both of the teams today. Really nice rush comp there from Forest Hills, and I really like Uniontown's commitment not only to the identity of their composition, but also the changes that they needed to make to it to make the comp successful. You know, it's actually a black screen over there, but Joker is in right now. Joker, say hello. We've missed you.
No. Hello. Oh. Hello, everyone.
He's not going to say hello. In any case, while we get the next match set up for you guys, give us just a little bit of time to get settled in and get set up for the next game for you guys. When we come back from the break, it'll be a Winber match, I think, versus Portage Area. So you guys won't want to miss it. Stay tuned. We'll see you on the other side of a break. Self-destruct is a nice thing to pull out of the pocket here if you're aboard something.
Oh, and they walk right into the oncoming. Way out from the tank, maybe getting a little bit staggered, maybe feeling pressured by that high percentage of West Branch.
Yeah, high percentage, and look at that combination. Earth Shatter into the Bastion Artillery.
Away from this as well, so bottom view could be used. We're going to see that one more time from Airflow. Just right in the face of the competition, jumping over the head of Reinhardt as well.
It looks like he's going to use his ult. They're going to combo that ult. Nice. Huge play. They're trying to kill it. Nice. Huge play from Alari. One of the better combos in the game now that do support hero Alari for Sunrise.
essentially down to take plus 460. Oh my goodness, what a play from the start. There's such an advantage for building up these ultimates quickly. You're doing your job as a team, even if you're not in there, but Jets! Holy moly, that's straight out of like we wanted to see, and it's converted into one more elimination. Looking better and better, but Box is still alive, running a terror for everything that Blizzard has tried to do. Their hard work is undone, and they're back to square one.
But remember, closer spawns for the attackers. They realize it's 3 players alive right
okay.
now. That's no good. Nugget doesn't overstep.
Nugget!
Ooh.
Tank is down. Block as a Sigma player. There's so many ways to get around it.
Oh, nice!
It's not letting the Shatter go through it all. Spectron, Opening Reaper is down mid-cast. That is a brutal
big
occurrence.
flux.
This is going to be a big flux slam, and everyone back down. Go with the pancakes. About to be seen on the other side. Boulder, give it to Crunch as a nice little parting gift. As Forest Hills, they've regained their footing.
You'll find some amazing value.
Forest Hills has been consistently resulting so far in the right back again. The double fire around the backside. Was gonna blitz! Team killed the combo with Ghostman. Oh my!
Right, well, that's exactly what we see, and it will close out the series, as you mentioned, 2-0. Right now, we're seeing exactly why Penn Trafford are now 5. And Logan plays, in fact, catching their opposite number in a Junkrat trap to finish out the fight. So another great start here for Gateway, and they're looking to continue it as Siendra again goes down.
There's nothing that Greater Johnstown can even do to that. That's a triple kill for the Junkrat. Make it 4. Logan plays. My.
Fantastic players in their own right. I mean, just because, you know, someone is essentially wiping the lobby for you doesn't mean there isn't times when you're going to be called on, you know, yourself, and rest of the team, Coops especially.
A little bit of damage here as well while you wait for the Lucio to make their way back towards you to try and see if they can help keep you alive. Swinging left, right, get a couple of hits, but now everybody else is going to be moving on the point. This is where they can be very, very dangerous, Mama.
Yeah, just stalls out for the time, pops the ultimate. That should be played. The front line, they have to be careful. They are going to trade a bastion from the other side. I believe Mando was the one to take them down and do that. But again, this Orisa just pumps out so much regular damage there. The spears as well are so nice. And some of their fight when they have to be careful about giving away their backside though, because that soldier stuck on the point and almost took it back.
Yeah, I mean, this fight was a lot different, right? We actually saw this time around with that hook, able to get your one player in front of everyone else, and actually your focus fire.
Gonna work out. You find Crazy out, but you're gonna find a headshot to Yama as well. There's just no way with a 5-minute time bait. There's no way that Gateway can don't capture this point. But Logan comes down, another headshot from Mr. Gary, another one coming through. It's just a
However, you know, Forest Hills has a couple ults on deck here as well.
Yeah, they definitely do. But here's the Meteor Strike coming on out. It takes down one onto Toasty. It's going to do some damage onto others, and Thrasher is going crazy on this side.
Close to our spawn.
Oh, the death blossom coming in from the top. Lord.
There you go. It takes so much to get rid of Tractor, but when it eventually happens, it's great! But the Dragon shall consume all! Paradox Thing with a triple kill on the narrow. This is one of the few spots in the entire game of Overwatch. Will this...
Engagement. You've lost DBS Dip. You need to be the central pillar for West Branch, and it might just not be possible. But the crowd's already built up. Oh my goodness, it's Molden might have just been able to do it with DBS Dip's help, and they're able to get that rescue.
Against teams that are this good, especially when they're scoring picks like Hello There is.
Yeah, hello there, Twining. Oh my goodness, 3, now 4 for Central Cambria.
Self-destruct is a nice thing to pull out of the pocket here if you're a board fan.
Oh, they walk right into the eye. All right, everyone, welcome back. We are ready to go into our next matchup between Winbert and Portage Area, and this should be such a good matchup to see here, Mr. Lord Thiethan, as we're starting out on Lijiang Tower.
Yeah, Lijiang Tower is a possibly contentious map for some. I know that for us at UB, we are not big fans of Lijiang Tower, but here in the booth for TEC, we are big fans of our teams that we're going to be watching here in the next potentially 3 maps. Yeah, not a fan of Lijiang. Big fan of both Winber and Portage Area, and I don't know that we have any rosters to show off, but there really, Joker, isn't much of a need to. All of us are more than well familiar with the Winber squad. You've got Mr. Gary, GG Man, and and then this season you have Sprazzy, and I know Timmy was on last week, I believe. This week we've got Big Fat Bobs, which might be Timmy, but I've got no way of knowing. In either case, the Portage Area squad has actually like really put on some nice demonstrations so far this season of what they're capable of.
Yeah. Ooh, no, I don't think it is. Timmy.
You don't think it's Timmy?
Yeah, I don't know. They had. Oh man. I don't know. But what I do know is Anjas is on the Junker Queen, and I'm ready to see it. JQ's so fun right now. See how they work. Gotta see the big already coming in as GG Man's gonna be able to take down Blonde Gamer already here. They are just going to rotate in, rotate through, still looking for these shots coming through for Mr. Gary and the rest of Winber to really capitalize and take this first point progress going their way, as Mr. Gary is going to be able to take down Reaper 7081 and take the point first.
Reaper 7081 is one of those players that I'm actually keeping my eye on, and for you guys at home, you guys are probably keeping your eye on me and Joker's beautiful faces, and so we'll be able to get you guys looking at the game here. Really nice first fight there that we had gotten to see. It was just clean Overwatch from Winber, and gives them first control. Going to force some swaps here from Portage as well. They're going to move from, I think they were on ball, to the Reinhardt now, and I think that's going to be a great look for Six Paths.
Yeah, but are you sure in Season 9 is it a good look?
Oh, Ryan just got buffed. I think he's actually going to be pretty good. With Lucio break backline, you might struggle a little bit for heroes. I might have to just play it like a little bit slower, but we'll end up seeing what that adaptation looks like with Portage. You are still, I mean, Joker, you're onto something. You're going up against Anjas's Queen, so it's going to be tough. Huh.
There really is, especially with Big Fat Bobs hitting those shots onto Reaper. As Sound Barrier is going to have to be invested by Frozen Slurp. They are going to be able to take down GG Man, but again, I think that's just going to be the trades that are only going to be able to find as the rally's going to come through. It's going to almost find out Cassie Wolf there as well. as Big Fat Bob finds another pick as well on to Blonde Gamer. And that is going to be that for the time being.
Yeah, and with Gage back in the lineup, it means that the rest of the team can speed back into this choke and just continue pouring endless pressure onto Portage, and they won't have to worry about falling back, because if they need to fall back, then they'll have speed for it, and if they can't fall back, then they'll have sound barrier. But they've got all kinds of other ultimates, and meanwhile, for the side of Portage, only the Deadeye to work with, so there's not much offensive pressure here against Winter. Ooh, especially not now.
Yeah, now the Rampage coming in as well. That's just going to be the cleanup coming through. Winberg is going to take round number 1 on Lee Jung Tower.
Yeah, and even if there was more time, you've still got those ultimates, both of which support ultimates being popped there in the last slow motion seconds of that sub map. We'll be moving on to the next round of control point and honestly map point here for the first map of the day between these two teams. We're on Gardens. So there's the possibility to get a little bit fun and wonky and kooky and wacky and silly, goofy. Did I hit all of the words to describe the teams that go for like the environmental elims, the boops, the knockbacks, the stuns, and we get to see a little bit of that hopefully here from Anjus and GG Man on characters that can just, you know, punch people off the map into the abyss, and here on the side of Portage, we will get to see possibly a little bit of that. But this is a really interesting comp, Joker. This is Lucio Briggs. You've got a backline that's going to have a really hard time getting walked on, but you've got kind of like a almost poke-style tank DPS combo. It's a comp that, on paper, I don't actually know that I can make much sense of it, but there's a vision here from all of these players on Portage, and I actually really want to see what they're cooking here, because I think that they might be onto something.
Yeah, let's cut the badinage here, Mr. Lord Ethan, as we're going to go into this fight. With a nice punch coming in from Andrus. He's going over to the Doomfist onto this point, which is again usually more diving. Oh my goodness, a nice play coming in there, and the follow-up is all there from the rest of Winbird. Do you want to know what badinage means?
I've got no idea what that word means.
Let me see here. Let me pull back the definition back up. Well, you talk while I figure that out again.
No, I'm gonna sit here in complete silence.
It's humorous or light-hearted conversation.
Ah, wait, I actually really like that line. Ooh, I like those shots from Gary as well. Holy.
I do as well, Mr. Gary, continuing to be true with this aim. Just always landing their shots when necessary. As just made the swap over to the Sigma as well into this, but oh, Mr. Gary's found another shot onto Reaper. Yeah, this might just be the fight already done. Yeah, Sprazy is gonna find Cassie Wolf out and just finds Frozen Slurp, and the rest keep crumbling down.
This is such a tough position for me, because I think out of all of the people who are watching this game right now, I'm probably one of the ones who really wants to see Portage area succeed here. But it's honestly a really big deal to watch Sprazzy. Hold on, my dogs are losing their mind. To watch Sprazzy get as much value out of this more as they have in the first couple of weeks of this game. Being relatively, or not new to Overwatch, but just not having gotten into it over the years. Holy smokes, Gary's popping off.
Yeah, Mr. Gary's just popping off now, and now the punch comes in from Anjus as well into the back line, looking to finish things up. Sprazzy in on the kill feed as well, as Anjus and company looking to take down Six Pass in the midst of their Graviton surge.
I don't know that there's even going to be the chance for Portage to get a touch of this objective. Look, Winter's pushing in.
Yeah, of course they are. They already found the pick with the overclock, and there's the it's just gonna be an alt Fiesta coming in from Winber to finish it off here, Mr. Ethan, as they've already found so much picks, so much damage, and they're just forcing them all the way back as Winber takes map number 1.
Yeah, good stuff from Winber. They just keep looking better and better as the as time goes on, and they don't make their opponents, Winber doesn't at least, they don't make their opponents ever look really bad at all. It's always just these nutty shots that you're seeing from Mr. Gary, and some huge playmaking setups that you're going to get from Unjust, and you're just like, ooh, wow, they are just good. For Portage, though, you want an opportunity to respond, and you're going to get that in the next arena that we have that we're going into. That's going to be Circuit Royale, that escort game mode. But the thing about Circuit Royale is it's more than just the escort game mode. It's that map with long sightlines, and you know what characters that means. Joker.
Yeah, it's snipers, and well, we've seen what Gary can do.
Ooh.
Yeah, we can see what Gary has done with the long-range hit scan for a while now, and you know, it's a tough ask for Portage to go against them here on this map.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's one of those it's one of these maps where it might be you know, this might be a great opportunity to see Portage areas flexibility, right? They need 6 paths on the Sigma or the Reinhardt, right? And so they're going to be on that character. We're probably going to see a couple of swaps come in from the DPS and the supports, right? Trying to adapt and figure out what they need to do differently, right? And again, there's always the counter picking, right? You know, they're on Hanzo Junkrat, so you opt into the Pharah with the Mercy, right? Or they have a Zen, so and then Sniper, so you're gonna play Sigma, right? Which may very well be what ends up happening here for 6 paths. I think maybe hoping to walk out of spawn on Wrecking Ball, which I actually don't mind Wrecking Ball on this map. It's a little bit Ball on this map is a little bit hard, but I actually don't mind like Ball and Doomfist on this map. Ultimately, though, you're playing on Circuit Royale, you might just end up on Doomfist, which isn't fun. But if the rest of Portage like kind of folds their identity around this Wrecking Ball, I'll be really interested. I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit of dive disruption here on Circuit Royale.
Yeah, as we transition into the game here, we're seeing
That was clean, Jeff.
thank you. We're actually seeing Big Fat Bobs on the Widowmaker here, and not Mr. Gary, who's gone over to Zahanzo, which is, of course, their signature hero. But right now, we're just waiting it out, trying to find value, trying to get an opening here, but Angus is going to find out Reaper already. And now, well, they're going to have to try to figure something out going forward.
I mean, there's just not much that's happening here. So your typical Circuit Royale shenanigans, Mr. Gary and Big Fat Bob's commanding angles here on just blocking off lines of sight, making sure that they stay safe and getting some serious damage in the process. Look at this approach, though. Portage setting up for something big. Ooh, yes.
Yeah, they're definitely looking
for
something.
It didn't work. No.
Oh, no. Nothing fun ever works for us, Mr. Ethan. So, Long Gamer almost found the shot on the Big Fat Bob. It's going to be huge. But now Mr. Gary is going free with the bow and arrow, looking for these shots down the range. Frozen Slurp has met the shot of Big Fat Bob and head back to spawn. The pile driver comes in from 6 paths, but it hasn't found anything either. Only the arrow of Mr. Gary, as this should just end things up yet again. Goodness.
Shots.
Yeah, it's just kind of rude. It's just kind of rude.
That's so rude, Gary. No, it's just good, clean Overwatch, and now Winter's gonna have a couple of ultimates as well to make sure that they can continue holding this first corner. It's this first long sightline that they're taking advantage of, and the way that you can beat it is either with matching this range, right? Go snipers of your own, or possibly go for a little bit of subterfuge here on the Sombra now. But Garrett is going on the offensive here against the Sombra.
Yeah, they're going on the offensive very well, and Big Fat Bob's not far behind with 2 of their own. 1:45 on the board here, Ethan, until, well, they don't have more time to push.
Yeah. It's looking a little bit dreary, especially with the loss of 6 paths here for Portage, but there's still an opportunity to convert. That's a really nice virus kill onto Big Fat Bobs, and as well, Castlewolf is going to have the Tree of Life as well. That's going to be a ton of healing. On top of that, 6 paths was getting close to the Wrecking Ball Minefield ultimate, but they're going to opt instead for Sigma. Now back onto the Wrecking Ball, so an opportunity to build that ultimate really quickly again, and of course the Lucio with Sound Barrier here into this next fight, possibly response to Angel's Flux.
Yeah, I like that idea of going back over. Oh, man, now they're back over to the Wrecking Ball here. But now 60 seconds remaining, and the Tree of Life has been out. Now they're trying to pump down Mr. Gary, and well, they find only the dome yet again. Sixpass is going to be able to take them out. Prolific Flux is there, though, from Anjus, trying to end things here and now and stop them on the doorstep before they can even get close to the start of second point. Transcendence going to be forced out, trying to keep things up and healthy and ready to go as Cassie Wolf gets stunned up. Danoboo's coming out onto Anjus, look to round out and take the remaining members of Portage. And well, this seems to be the case as Anjus keep finding pick after pick for this Winber squad. 4 players down by the hands of Anjus.
Yeah, no, like I said, Anjus is just absolutely nutty. You think that you've dispatched one threat with Mr. Gary and another threat with Big Fat Bobs or Timmy, or, you know, that you've gotten the Sprazzy support line out, and then you're confronted with Anjus. Just rock!
Good rock indeed. And there's a nice Dragon Strike coming through as well, as that is going to wrap things up for the attack of Portage Aries.
Beautiful, beautiful. And you know, if Anjus is the warrior of Winber, then I know what GG Man stands for. It stands for Greedy Gauge, with that Transcendence in the hallway that they proc just to live after taking a fight against both of the supports here for Portage. Good stuff from Portage to bear your fangs back at our favorite frog player of Winber and say no, you don't get to kill us for free here. But still for Portage, you know, it's just like you want to crack the code. You want to figure this one out, right, on Circuit Royale, and you struggle to do so here in this round. It's possible that we get to see an incredible hold here from Portage, but and they're on this rush comp to be able to do so as well, which I actually really like. This is the thing that has actually kind of impressed me about both Uniontown today and that one map that we saw, and now Portage here, is their commitment to the identities of their composition, right? And honestly, I would love to see that. Like, Portage, don't be dismayed. You've got Joker and I sitting here talking about meta and like playing Sigma on Circuit Royale. I queue into this map and I always lament. I'm like, oh, welcome back to another episode of they have a Sig and we do not. And so we lose. But like, crack the code. You guys can do it. You guys can figure out how to play the Wrecking Ball on Circuit Royale. Can figure out how to play the Rush in unconventional spots. I love seeing the personality and the character of the Portage that we've gotten to see so far.
Yeah, especially with the side of Winber seemingly. Okay, yeah, you're going to Ramatra. Never mind. You're not going to be a little bit advantageous, but Mr. Gary is going to be on the Widowmaker and already found a shot to the dome on the Blonde Gamer here, and now forcing back the remaining members of Portage at the moment is Anjus in the front line with those pummels, with that Nemesis form. Ravenous Vortex out with that recent change, getting it some extra damage going. Big Fat Bob is able to take down Reaper 7-0-8-1, and that might just be the end of this map here with everyone falling down. They're just going to take down Frozen Slurp, and maybe there's a last-second touch, but I think it might. Well, if you're not pressing the payload, maybe they'll get a second fight.
Gotta get 3 on here. And so yeah, you know, maybe that little delay does lead to one last little contest, and a little bit more damage for Winber to mitigate here.
Yeah, well, no.
Only a little bit though.
Yeah, not gonna be able to get there in the end. Winber takes the map and this series here in a 2-0 fashion. Mr. Lloyd Deathan.
Really good stuff from them as always. Again, I really, it's always me singing praises on TEC, but I really can't stop thinking about how Portage, you know, really wanted to demonstrate and define their own play styles, their own unique spin on the game for us today, and for that I'm actually thankful. So thank you, Portage, for showing us what you guys want to play, and like I said, Joker, I'm excited to see them eventually be able to have that license to play the way that they want to right from the get-go here as the series continues.
Yeah, me too.
Me too. Continues.
I'm excited to see them more down the line, but we've got more Overwatch to deal with, so we are going to head to a break here. So, well, stick around. More TEC right after this.
self-destruct is a nice thing to pull out of the pocket here if you're a Boris fan.
Oh, and they walk right into the oncoming.
Way out from the TEC. Again, maybe getting a little bit staggered, maybe feeling pressured by that high percentage of West Branch.
Yeah, high percentage, and look at that combination. Earth Shatter into the Bastion Artillery.
Away from this as well, so bottom view could be used. We're going to see that one more time from Airflow, just right in the face of the competition, jumping over the head of Reinhardt.
Pigs take each other, kind of pushing. It looks like he's going to use his ult. They're going to combo that ult. Nice, huge play. They're trying to kill it. Nice, huge play from Alari. One of the better combos in the game now that you support your Alari for Sunrise.
Composition, the defense matrix does not last long, and they're essentially down to take one more 60. Oh my goodness, what a play from the start. There's such an advantage for building up these ultimates quickly. You're doing your job as a team, even if you're not in there, but just holy moly, that's straight out of Tony. Like we wanted to see, and it's converted into one more elimination. Looking better and better, but Boxbox is still alive, running a terror for everything that Blizzard has tried to do. Their hard work is undone, and they're back to square one.
But remember, closest spawns for the attackers. They realize it's 3 players alive right
okay.
now. That's no good. Nugget doesn't overstep. Ooh.
Mistake is down. Block as a Sigma player. There's so many ways to get around it.
Oh,
And
nice!
It's not letting the shatter go through it all. Spectron, opening Reaper is down mid-cast. That is a brutal
Oh, big
occurrence.
flux.
This is going to be a big flux, slamming everyone back down. Whole bunch of pancakes about to be seen on the other side. Boulder, give it to Crunch as a nice little parting gift. As Force Hills, they regain their
You'll find some amazing value.
Killed combo and Ghost Red. Oh my.
Right, well, that's exactly what we see, and it will close out the series, as you mentioned, 2-0. Right now, we're seeing exactly why Penn Trafford are now 5. And Logan plays, in fact, catching their opposite number in a Junkrat trap to finish out the fight. So another great start here for Gateway, and they're looking to continue it as Siendra again goes down.
There's nothing that Greater Johnstown can even do to that. That's a triple kill for the Junkrat. Make it more. Logan plays. My.
Fantastic players in their own right. I mean, just because someone is essentially wiping the lobby for you doesn't mean there isn't times when you're going to be called on, yourself, and rest of the team, Coops especially.
A little bit of damage here as well while you wait for the Lucio to make their way back towards you to try and see if they can help keep you alive. Swinging left, right, get a couple of hits, but now everybody else is going to be moving on the point. This is where they can be very, very dangerous, Llama.
Yeah, just stalls out for the time, pops the ultimate. That should be played. the front line. They have to be careful. They are going to trade a bastion from the other side. I believe Mando was the one to take them down and do that. But again, this Orisa just pumps out so much regular damage there. The spears as well are so nice. And it's another fight when they have to be careful about giving away their backside, though, because that soldier snuck on the point and almost took it back.
Yeah, I mean, this fight was a lot different, right? We actually saw this time around with that hook, able to get your one player in front of everyone else, and actually your focus fire.
Hey, it's gonna work out. You find Crazy out, but you're gonna find a headshot to Yama as well. There's just no way with a 5-minute time bait. There's no way that Gateway can capture this point. But Logan comes down, another headshot from Mr. Gary, another one coming through. It's just a
However, Forest Hills has a couple ults on deck here as well.
Yeah, they definitely do. But here's the Meteor Strike coming on out. It takes down one onto Toasty. It's going to do some damage onto others, and Thrasher is going crazy on this side.
Close to our spawn.
There's the Death Blossom coming in from the top. Lord.
There you go! It takes so much to get rid of Thrasher, but when it eventually happens, it's great! But the Dragon shall consume all Paradox Thing with a triple kill on the narrow. This is one of the few spots in the entire game of Overwatch. Well, this
Engagement. You've lost DBS Dip. You need to be the central pillar for West Branch, and it might just not be possible. But the grab's already built up. Oh my goodness, it's Molden might have just been able to do it with DBS Dip's help, and they're able to get that res.
Against teams that are this good, especially when they're scoring picks like Hello There is.
Yeah, hello there, fighting. Oh my goodness, 3, now 4 for Central Cambria.
Self-destruct is a nice thing to pull out of the pocket here if you're a Boris fan.
Oh, and they walk right into the oncoming.
Way out from the tank. Again, maybe getting a little bit staggered, maybe feeling pressured by that high percentage of West Branch.
Yeah, high percentage, and look at that combination. Earth Shatter into the Bastion Artillery.
Away from this as well, so bottom view could be used. We're going to see that one more time from Airflow, just right in the face of the competition, jumping over the head of Reinhardt.
It looks like he's going to use his ult. They're going to combo that ult. Nice. Huge play. They're trying to kill it. Nice. Huge play from Alari. One of the better combos in the game now that you support your Alari for Sunrise.
composition, the defense matrix does not last long, and they're essentially down to take plus 460. From the backline,
60.
4. Oh my goodness, what a play from the start. There's such an advantage for building up these ultimates quickly. You're doing your job as a team, even if you're not in there. But Jets, holy moly, that's straight out of Tony. likely wanted to see, and it's converted into one more elimination. Looking better and better, but BoxBox is still alive, running a terror for everything that Blue has tried to do. Their hard work is undone, and they're back to square one.
But remember, closest spawns for the attackers. They realize it's 3 players alive right now.
Okay.
That's no good. Nugget doesn't overstep. Ooh.
Mistake is down. Block as a Sigma player. There's so many ways to get around it.
Oh,
And
nice!
It's not letting the shatter go through at all. Spectron, opening Reaper is down mid-cast. That is a brutal
Oh,
occurrence.
big
This
flux.
is going to be a big flux, slamming everyone back down. Whole bunch of pancakes about to be seen on the other side. Boulder, give it to Crunch as a nice little parting gift. As Forest Hills, they regain their
You'll find some amazing value.
Forest Hills has been so far by having to again the jump of the tire around the backside. Was gonna team kill the combo and Ghost Red. Oh my.
Right, well, that's exactly what we see, and it will close out the series, as you mentioned, 2-0. Right now, we're seeing exactly why Penn Trafford are now 5. And Logan plays, in fact, catching their opposite number in a Junkrat trap to finish out the fight. So another great start here for Gateway, and they're looking to continue it as Siendra again goes down.
There's nothing that Greater Johnstown can even do to that. That's a triple kill for the Junkrat. Make it 4. Logan plays. My.
Fantastic players in their own right. I mean, just because someone is essentially wiping the lobby for you doesn't mean there isn't times when you're going to be called on, yourself, and rest of the team, Coops especially.
A little bit of damage here as well while you wait for the Lucio to make their way back towards you to try and see if they can help keep you alive. Swinging left, right, get a couple hits, but now everybody else is going to be moving on the point. This is where they can be very, very dangerous.
Yeah, just stalls out for the time, pops the ultimate. That should be played. The front line, they have to be careful. They are going to trade a bastion from the other side. I believe Mando was the one to take them down and do that. But again, this Orisa just pumps out so much regular damage there. The spears as well are so nice. And it's another fight when they have to be careful about giving away their backside, though, because that soldier snuck on the point and almost took it back.
Yeah, I mean, this fight was a lot different, right? We actually saw this time around with that hook, able to get your one player in front of everyone else, and actually your focus fire.
It's gonna work out. You find Crazy out, but you're gonna find a headshot to Yama as well. There's just no way with a 5-minute time bait. There's no way that Gateway can capture this point. But Logan comes down, another headshot from Mr. Gary, another one coming through. It's just a
However, Forest Hills has a couple ults on deck here as well.
Yeah, they definitely do. But here's the Meteor Strike coming on out. It takes down one onto Toasty. It's going to do some damage onto others, and Thrasher is going crazy on this side.
Close to our spawn.
There's the death blossom coming in from the top. Lord.
There you go. And it takes so much to get rid of Tracker, but when it eventually happens, it's great. But the Dragon shall consume all. Paradox Day with a triple kill on the narrow. This is one of the few spots in the entire game of Overwatch. Well, this.
TBS Diff. You need to be the central pillar for West Branch, and it might just not be possible, but the grab's already built up. Oh my goodness, it's Molden might have just been able to do it with TBS Diff's help, and they're able to get that res.
Against teams that are this good, especially when they're scoring picks like hello there is.
Yeah, hello there, fighting. Oh my goodness, 3, now 4 for Central Cambria.
Self-destruct is a nice thing to pull out of the pocket here if you're a boards and
Oh, and they walk right into the oncoming.
Way out from the neck. Again, maybe getting a little bit staggered, maybe feeling pressured by that high percentage of West Branch.
Yeah, high percentage, and look at that combination. Earth Shatter into the Bastion Artillery.
Away from this as well, so bottom view could be used. We're going to see that one more time from Airflow, just right in the face of the competition, jumping over the head of Reinhardt.
It looks like he's going to use his ult. They're going to combo that ult. Nice. Huge play. They're trying to kill it. Nice. Huge play from Alari. One of the better combos in the game now that you support your Alari for Sunrise.
Composition of the defense matrix does not last long, and they're essentially down to take one more 60. From the back line,
60.
Oh my goodness, what a play from the start. There's such an advantage for building up these ultimates quickly. You're doing your job as a team, even if you're not in there, but just holy moly, that's straight on the toe. Like we wanted to see, and it's converted into one more elimination. Looking better and better, but Boxbox is still alive, running a terror for everything that Blizzard has tried to do. Their hard work is undone, and they're back to square one.
But remember, closer spawns for the attackers. They realize it's 3 players alive right
okay.
now. That's no good. Nugget doesn't overstep. Ooh.
Mistake is down. Block as a Sigma player. There's so many ways to get around it.
Oh, nice!
It's not letting the shatter go through it all. Spectron, opening Reaper is down mid-cast. That is a brutal
big
occurrence.
flux.
This is going to be a big flux, slamming everyone back down. Whole bunch of pancakes about to be seen on the other side. Boulder, give it to Crunch as a nice little parting gift. As Forest Hills, they regain their
You'll find some amazing value.
Team killed combo and Ghost Red. Oh my.
Right, well, that's exactly what we see, and it will close out the series, as you mentioned. 2-0. Right now, we're seeing exactly why Penn Trafford are now 5. And Logan plays, in fact, catching their opposite number in a Junkrat trap to finish out the fight. So another great start here for Gateway, and they're looking to continue it as Siendra again goes down.
Triple kill for the Junkrat. Make it 4. Logan plays.
fantastic players in their own right. I mean, just because someone is essentially wiping the lobby for you doesn't mean there isn't times when you're going to be called on, yourself, and rest of the team, Coops especially.
A little bit of damage here as well while you wait for the Lucio to make their way back towards you to try and see if they can help keep you alive. Swinging left, right, get a couple hits, but now everybody else is going to be moving on the point. This is where they can be very, very dangerous.
Yeah, just stalls out for the time, pops the ultimate. That should be played. The front line, they have to be careful. They are going to trade a bastion from the other side. I believe Mando was the one to take them down and do that. But again, this Orisa just pumps out so much regular damage there. The spears as well are so nice. And it's another fight when they have to be careful about giving away their backside, though, because that soldier snuck on the point and almost took it back.
Yeah, I mean, this fight was a lot different, right? We actually saw this time around with that hook, able to get your one player in front of everyone else, and actually your focus fire.
It's gonna work out. You find Crazy out, but you're gonna find a headshot to Yama as well. There's just no way with a 5-minute time bait. There's no way that Gateway can capture this point. But Logan comes down, another headshot from Mr. Gary, another one coming through. It's just a
However, Forest Hills has a couple ults on deck here as well.
Yeah, they definitely do. But here's the Meteor Strike coming on out. It takes down one onto Toasty. It's going to do some damage onto others, and Thrasher is going crazy on this side.
Close to our spawn.
There's the Death Blossom coming in from the top. Lord.
There you go. It takes so much to get rid of Tracker, but when it eventually happens, it's great. But the Dragon shall consume all. Paradox Thing with a triple kill on the narrow. This is one of the few spots in the entire game of Overwatch. Will this
engagement? You've lost EBS Dip. You need to be the central pillar for West Branch, and it might just not be possible. But the grab's already built up. Oh my goodness, it's Molden might have just been able to do it with EBS Dip's help, and they're able to get that res.
Against teams that are this good, especially when they're scoring picks like hello there is.
Yeah, hello there, fighting. Oh my goodness, 3, now 4 for Central Cambria.
Self-destruct is a nice thing to pull out of the pocket here if you're aboard some things.
Oh, and they walk right into the oncoming.
Way out from the tank. Again, maybe getting a little bit staggered, maybe feeling pressured by that high percentage of West Branch.
Yeah, high percentage, and look at that combination. Earth Shatter into the Bastion Artillery.
Away from this as well, so bottom view could be used. We're going to see that one more time from Airflow, just right in the face of the competition, jumping over the head of Reinhardt as well.
All right, everyone. We've got a slight change in scheduling here, so we're going into a different matchup than we once were. Now we're headed into, I believe, Salisbury Elk versus Greater Johnstown. I believe that's
Yeah.
what it is, right? Yeah, right?
No, that's exactly right. Salisbury Elk versus Greater Johnstown. I'm excited to be reconnected with the Greater Johnstown crew once again, and to see Salisbury Elk. I think we got to watch a little bit of their D2 team. In fact, I think this is a D2 match. So
Yes, it
was
is a
the
D2
team
match.
last season. Joker. It's good to see them again. I would be a crooked old man if I were to sit here and lie and say that I remember Blockhead and Solid Marrow and Unlabeled and Metamorphosis and Seldark D perfectly well. That's not true, but see some Salisbury Elk representation. I'm pretty excited, and we're starting here on Lijiang Tower, which means this is a pretty good arena for the brawly style compositions that they're going to want to roll out on.
Yeah, it should be really fun to see here. Unlabeled. Going with the Roadhog. And that's not good at all.
I trust the vision.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely interesting. Definitely interesting, Mr. Ethan here. We'll see how it works for him.
We haven't seen enough Maga today, in my opinion. I think there's been a profound lack, and honestly disappointing lack, of Maga today. I mean, he's just a big guy who wants to have fun.
Just a big guy that wants to have fun. You know who else wants to have fun? Velocity 1286. Already taking Solid Marrow out of the fight, and yeah, that just looks already good for Greater Johnstown here. His Metamorphosis is gone as well. Velocity continuing to find picks. It's a nice hook though, but it's not going to find anything as the Pulse Rifle and the Helix Rockets take down Unlabeled.
Yeah,
and another one.
Really nice connections from Velocity there. Great start here for Greater Johnstown. They're actually making some rapid pace with ultimate generation, and as well they might find some stagger eliminations here onto Metamorphosis and Solid, who are kind of caught out here in the in some kind of flanking space over in server. They're down their Immortality field as well, Joe.
Yeah, down their Immortality field, which is interesting, as Unlabeled made the swap over to the Zarya. Like the counterplay coming in, but they're met with the orbs to the dome from Sans 95, and that might just be it. That fight already gone the wayside. You can't really push in without any supports.
No, you can't. And so it's just going to be a reset here for Salisbury Elk, an opportunity to make some changes as well. We're going to see Unlabeled go from the Roadhog to the Orisa, which is definitely going to give them a little bit more sustain in the mid-fight, after some shots have been exchanged. But they're all by themselves here. Unlabeled out in the open, and as well Blockhead behind Greater Johnstown's formation, which means some pretty straightforward pickoffs and really just a call to action here for Salisbury to possibly reset. But they might go in here, Joker.
Yeah, they might indeed. They've got their own tactical visor, and now they're going to be able to pop in, but they're walking into a lot of damage already as the side of Johnstown have already found 3. Blockhead did find a pick, but again, I think that is going to be the only pick they find, as it's counting up and up in the favor of Greater Johnstown.
Yeah, and they've got some ultimates too as well in case a last touch comes through from Salisbury Elk, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen. Yeah, 100% rolls around. That's going to be the end of this first round, Joker. We're going to head to either Gardens or Night Market here next, but honestly, I don't think that it matters here for Greater Johnstown which map we end up on.
Yeah, I don't think so either. It's more interesting to see where they end up on yeah, so what I'm trying to say is what Salisbury ends up playing here. And right now they're going to try to mass the Orisa here.
Like I said, I like that. I like the idea of Salisbury Elk kind of playing for for similar strengths at similar stages in the fight. I think that it ends up giving them a little bit of what we would call swing potential. That is, mere moments after the fight has become losable after you have suffered a loss of some kind or forfeited a resource, that you're able to engage yourself in a reversal of that momentum. So, possible that we get to see that here from Salisbury Elk. They're going to make it across the bridge here unfazed, but already down a couple of key resources. And so, whether they're sustained in this mid-fight, well, that's up to them. Let's see.
Yeah, Eamon on the Cassidy here. Eamon, who is Trojan 6. But it's going to be Velocity doing the damage yet again. Already finding Metamorphosis out of the fight, and more picks keep coming their way. Trying to hold steady is the front line. Bayek's Crunch not going to be able to do enough as Trojan 6. Eamon gets a couple picks in that fight.
Yeah, really nice stuff once again from Greater Johnstown, and honestly, a much better approach from Salisbury Elk as well. They're getting an idea of what exactly they want to do, and part of that is going to involve a little bit of a speed from Solid Marrow here, swapping from the Moira onto the Lucio. It means that mid-fight sustain is going to suffer, and we already see that with picks. I'm sorry. No, picks are rolling through fear for them, for Salisbury. Yeah,
so Salisbury are going to find some picks, but the Pulse Bomb is out on the unlabeled, and they're so low, backpedaling, not going to be able to stay alive and ready as the still trying to hold on, but Velocity is just doing so much work here on this Tracer for Greater Johnstown that should just be enough to keep things going their way. Another pick, 4, count them, 5. No, they are going to find a pick from Eamon on the Cassidy as the sound barrier invested by Gom.
Yeah, Velocity's absolutely killing it, just like you had called out. And I'm not entirely sure what the sound barrier was there for, but Gom said that they needed it, and so that's the law right there. Always listen to your Lucio player. And we're getting some staggered touches here from Salisbury. Possibly, they're going to make something happen.
Yeah, no, there's definitely not. Ooh, false comes out, still finds Solid Marrow. What a play coming in from Velocity there. As Bayek's Crunch is going to find Metamorphosis is already up to 75%.
Watch out on Labeled, gonna get caught out early once again. Gotta back up, group up with the rest of the team, and then gonna be able to go in, trying to make a stand. Not gonna be successful, 85% last team fight territory. You've got an ultimate on the side of Greater Johnstown. Not much to work with here on the side of Salisbury Elk, but they can get a touch here. They play their cards right.
Yeah, as they're trying. They've got the touch, but I don't know for how much longer here, Mr. Lord Thiefin. As Sands and Velocity combine to take down Solid Marrow. The horse trying to get there from Salisbury, but that's just not going to happen. Greater Johnstown take map number 1.
Like I mentioned, good clean Overwatch, good clean gameplay here from Greater Johnstown. Velocity both on the Soldier 76 and the Tracer, absolutely fragging out, and Salisbury as well with some really good ideas and just needing a little bit more cohesive execution. That's really just the name of the game, is making sure that you're walking into each team fight as 5, and that you're not taking damage before that fight has started, right? Or at least you're not taking damage that you didn't need to take. So definitely some things that Salisbury can really quickly, really easily clean up here to make sure that they've got a really good chance against Greater Johnstown. Because like I mentioned, the ideas that they've got are actually cooking. I really like what heroes they're landing on, what they're trying to accomplish with those characters. They just need to have each other, right? They just need the team to be there and support each other. It's one of those lessons. One of those really hard lessons, actually, Joker, that we learned over at University of Buffalo Varsity is never make your teammates play the game by themselves. Overwatch is so devastatingly lonely to play. And if you don't let your teammates play alone, then you'll often find that your team can make so much more happen, right? You've always got a support with your tank, or always got a support, looking at your DPS who is going to take the highest risks, right, or the most amount of risks, right? Mm-hmm. You've got supports looking out for each other, and DPS also making sure that they're establishing crossfires, that they're swinging wide and narrow with each other, or that their tank is putting themselves in front of them, right? Yeah, never make your teammate play by themselves. That's rude and lonely.
That's disrespectful. Yeah. That's why I hate playing Overwatch 2, because I don't have a tank player.
Yup. Wait, I thought you were a tank player.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't have my partner anymore.
Yeah.
Might,
I miss having
might
dance
tank duo.
parties in 6v6. I would never go back. In fact, if Overwatch went back to 6v6, I would stop playing. But I do miss it
Bad
sometimes.
take, Mr. Northeastern. I think you're out of your rocker. Blockhead is not though. Sans 95 is gonna go down, but that's gonna be traded back immediately as unlabeled. He is gonna get caught out, and yeah, it looks like Johnstown are starting this next map off on a strong foot with Velocity continuing to find these picks for Johnstown.
Yeah. Trojan 6 as well with a follow-up there. Oh, I wish Trojan 6 had a name to that account. And I remember which one was it?
His name is Eamon.
Eamon. Okay. Oh,
Their
that's
name is
fantastic
Eamon.
for me to know. Yeah, I remember Cooper. I remember Cooper and Z, which was Trojan 4 and 5 or 2. But Trojan 6 is new to me, so good to see them getting some time in the limelight. Eamon.
Yeah. I actually wonder, do we have? Let's see, are they still there? Do we still have? Oh my goodness, Trojan 4. Zeke is still on the Division 1 roster.
I miss Zeke. Zeke's a homie for real, for real. Them and Cooper both. Of course, we've been longtime fans of the Greater Johnstown Trojans, and that's why getting new schools is such a big deal. Like Salisbury Elk, right? Who I think they debuted last season. And are still in, which is so fantastic to see. Moshan and Valley returned this season as well, Joker. In fact, I think we get to watch one of their games later today. I'm so excited.
Yes, we do. As a nice EMP comes through, cleaning house there from Velocity. As remaining members, everyone getting in on that team kill for Greater Johnstown.
Velocity came so close to securing what I refer to as the double melee finish. You killed 2 people with 1 melee. They just happened to be in the right place at the right time and at the right HP. So that would have been really cool. It's one of the rare things to see in Overwatch. And not as rare, but still infrequent enough, is to see the breakneck pace that Greater Johnstown has been making on Circuit Royale so far. And I think a big part of it is just the fact that, like, look, the sound barrier applied to all 5 of them. Trojan 6 getting 2 with the Deadeye, a hack coming through onto Unlabeled to make sure that they can't run off from the Terror Surge. Greater Johnstown has each other's backs here.
Yeah, they really do, and Edge continuing to find these picks. Velocity finding Metamorphosis. Yeah, again, this Velocity player has just been on top of their game today, Ethan.
Yeah, really nice stuff from them. I'm honestly, like, super impressed that a D2 player is hiding like Velocity here in the roster. I'm excited to possibly see more of them. Have to do that when they come out of spawn, though.
Yeah, definitely, as Trojan 6 looking for Metamorphosis coming through with a fan to hammer from long range as well. Some swaps? No, Solidark was on the Life Weaver this entire time. Still looking for the damage to come through, but they need to get a touch. They get there in the end, but how long are they going to be able to hold? Not long is the answer, as Blockhead, unfortunately, comes in a little bit too late with a 4-man Death Plasma.
Yeah, just a little bit, marginally too late. In fact, I think that they were, like, rolling out of spawn trying to touch when the rest of Salisbury just got forced off by X Crunch on this Orisa. 437 in the bank, Joker. I mean, you're feeling good if you're Greater Johnstown. And for Salisbury Elk, you know, you're definitely confronted with a match which might just you might just have to do insane things in order to win this match, right?
Yeah.
I think that we would see insane blades from Metamorphosis, or like an absolutely perfect neutral phase, like, you know, when you're playing without the ult. I think we'd probably see solid Marrow, like, starting every single fight, or every other fight with a Coalescence, and as well just to watch Seldark D never die on the Life Weaver, right? I think that those are some of the things that we would see from Salisbury Elk in a scenario where they do get to win, or at least push all the way to the end against Greater Johnstown. Now, Do we get to see that? That's what I'm hoping. There are a lot of ways that you can play what they're running here on this map, but again, I think that it starts with the togetherness, right? I think that it starts as playing as one unit, right? Playing as a team.
Yeah, I think that's something they definitely need to hope for in the long run. But hey, Blockhead has already found Trojan 6 and Sans 95 out. This is picked. The switch over to the Reaper might be what they were looking for, as Viox Crunch is getting forced away, is going to be able to take down Metamorphosis. Velocity is going to be able to find another shot with the Hanzo arrows, as that should just hold them out here for now here, as they have to, maybe not. Unlabeled is going to go down now to Gom, as still rotating around, still trying to take Velocity out, and Blockhead's going to be able to do that, and that is the first thing you really have to look for. But then they lose Blockhead in response, and then the respawns have come back from the remaining members of Greater Johnstown to take down the remaining players of Salisbury.
Yeah, you know, I'll tell you what I really like about Blockhead on this Reaper here is they're playing into what is potentially kind of a point of discomfort for Velocity. And you see Velocity actually opt onto the Widow over the Hanzo here because Blockhead is just able to close the distance on him and win those matchups. Now, Trojan 6 is winning this matchup here for Greater Johnstown. The beat being applied as well makes this fight extra winnable, even despite losing Sans. But I do like the Reaper here from Blockhead.
I do too. As we've seen Blockhead pretty much get those first picks in all of these fights so far, and I think that's what they really need to keep doing, especially taking Velocity out so early, who's been such a crucial member to this Johnstown squad. They've got to be able to keep focusing them down, but then turn their attention together onto Viox Crunch or Trojan 6. But Velocity just continuing to just find these headshots at the headshots right now. Ethan is just not looking fair.
No, but it is looking pretty even. A nice trade established there from Blockhead. Says, I can't save you, but I can avenge you. Nice little reference there to the mid, 2010s. Blockhead's going to end up going down there, so it's possible that the win condition here for Salisbury Elk slow down a little bit, especially in the presence of Terra Surge.
Yeah, Terra Surge is going to come through, and now the artillery strike going to come in. Find two. A nice little shot coming in from Eamon on the Bastion, as Blockhead's made the swap over to the Widowmaker to try to get some of these one-pick potentials that we've been seeing from Velocity.
Solid Marrow and Unlabeled are also coming into this fight with their ults, so not only do you have the Widow swap, you have some extra powerful utilities to use in a fight that you can possibly set up a little bit better, because this one has already been won by Greater Johnstown.
Yeah, as again, fight win goes through, the team kill comes in, and well, that is that. It's down to 55 seconds. There's still an opportunity, though, to win this fight out. They just got to be able to find the pick, but well, then Velocity just comes in and does that. Finds two headshots right out of spawn, and Johnstown keep on trucking along.
Yeah, and they're still able to sit on these ultimates. The infrared sights are going to get used here by Velocity, really making waves of impact here that are cascading through the formation of Salisbury Elk, trying to find a purchase here in this fight. With Coalescence, not to any avail here for Unlabeled, though. Holy smokes.
Oh my goodness, why is Velocity on there? Wait, no. Here's the thing. Why is Velocity on their Division 2 team?
They are spectacular. They are absolutely spectacular. We've gotten to see them on a variety of characters and styles today. We saw them on the hit scan, the Soldier 76, the Tracer, Widow, Hanzo.
Ethan, what is going on?
I mean, it's a shooting range.
That was... Yeah, it was a day at the shooting range. It was like Mr. Gary on those old Winber teams.
I remember those days. Oh, good days. Good days.
It's just not fair. Why is Velocity on this tier? Why are they on the Div 2 team?
You know, getting ready. They're getting ready to for their
to dominate D1.
Exactly. Joker.
Oh my goodness.
Incredible stuff from them. Incredible stuff. And Salisbury Elk, like I mentioned, I was so excited to see them today. And I'm super excited to continue watching them over the course of the season as well, because it is only up from here. So I really liked that I got to see what kinds of styles they like playing, what kind of characters they like playing, and as well, you know, what some of those creative solutions look like to some of the most persistent problems, one of whom is going to be velocity. Here, all of you D2 teams, keep an eye out for Greater Johnstown.
I really hope now that they make it to the finals and we're there again in person, because calling Velocity in person, it would be just incredible after that matchup.
That's true.
Okay, we've got one last match for us today, so go anywhere. You're not gonna want to miss the conclusion of the Overwatch portion of the spring series on this Wednesday afternoon.
Self-destruct is a nice thing to pull out of the pocket here if you're aboard something.
Oh, and they walk right into the oncoming.
Way out from the neck, again, maybe getting a little bit staggered, maybe feeling pressured by that high percentage of West Branch.
Yeah, high percentage, and look at that combination. Earth Shatter into the Bastion Artillery.
Away from this as well, so bottom view could be used. We're going to see that one more time from Airflow, just right in the face of the competition, jumping over the head of Reinhardt.
It looks like he's going to use his ult. They're going to combo that ult. Nice. Huge play. They're trying to kill it. Nice. Huge play from Alari in Rissa. One of the better combos in the game now that do support hero Alari for Sunrise.
Composition good. Defense Matrix does not last long, and you're essentially down to take plus 4, 16. Oh my goodness, what a play from the start. There's such an advantage for building up these ultimates quickly. You're doing your job as a team, even if you're not in there, but just holy moly, that's straight on the coast. Like we wanted to see it, it's converted into one more elimination. Looking better and better, but Box is still alive, running a terror for everything that Blizzard tries to do. Their hard work is undone, and they're back to square one.
But remember, closer spawns for the attackers. They realize it's 3 players alive right now.
Okay.
That's no good. Nugget doesn't overstep.
Nugget!
Oh.
Mistake is down. As a Sigma player, there's so many ways to get around it.
Oh, nice!
It's not letting the shatter go through it all. Spectron, Opening Reaper is down mid-cast. That is a brutal
big
appearance.
flux.
This is going to be a big flux slam, and everyone back down. Boba the Pancakes about to be seen on the other side. Boulder, give it to Crunch as a nice little parting gift. As Force Hills, they regain their
Amazing value.
It's been so far away from again the double entire round backside. Look at it! Team kill the combo with Ghostman! Oh my!
Well, that's exactly what we see, and it will close out the series, as you mentioned. 2-0. Right now, we're seeing exactly why Penn Trafford are now 5. And Logan plays, in fact, catching their opposite number in a Junkrat trap to finish out the fight. So another great start here for Gateway, and they're looking to continue it as Syndra again goes down.
There's nothing that Greater Johnstown can even do to that. That's a triple kill for the Juggernaut. Make it 4. Logan plays my...
Fantastic players in their own right. I mean, just because someone is essentially wiping the lobby for you doesn't mean there isn't times when you're going to be called on up, yourself, and the rest of the team, Coops especially.
A little bit of damage here as well while you wait for the Lucio to make their way back towards you to try and see if they can help keep you alive. Swinging left, right, get a couple of hits, but now everybody else is going to be moving on the point. This is where they can be very, very dangerous.
Yeah, just stalls out for the time, pops the ultimate. That should be played. The front line, they have to be careful. They are going to trade a bastion from the other side. I believe Mando was the one to take them down and do that. But again, this Orisa just pumps out so much regular damage there. The spears as well are so nice. And it's another fight when they have to be careful about giving away their backside, though, because that soldier snuck on the point and almost took it back.
Yeah, I mean, this fight was a lot different, right? We actually saw this time around with that hook, able to get your one player in front of everyone else, and actually your focus fire.
Gonna work out. You find Crazy out, but you're gonna find a headshot to Yama as well. There's just no way with a 5-minute time base. There's no way that Gateway can capture this point. But Logan goes down, another headshot from Mr. Gary, another one coming through. It's just a
However, Forest Hills has a couple ults on deck here as well.
Yeah, they definitely do. But here's the Meteor Strike coming on out. It takes down one onto Toasty. It's going to do some damage onto others, and Thrasher is going crazy on this side.
Close to our spawn.
There's the death blossom coming in from the top. Lord.
There you go! It takes so much to get rid of Thrasher, but when it eventually happens, it's great! But the dragon shall consume all! Paradox Thing with a triple kill on the Narrows. This is one of the few spots in the entire game of Overwatch. Will this...
Engagement. You've lost DBS Dip. You need to be the central pillar for West Branch, and it might just not be possible. But the crowd's already built up. Oh my goodness, it's Molden might have just been able to do it with DBS Dip's help, and they're able to get that res.
Against teams that are this good, especially when they're scoring picks like Hello There is.
Yeah, hello there, fighting. Oh my goodness, 3, now 4 for Central Cambria.
Self-destruct is a nice thing to pull out of the pocket here if you're aboard something.
Oh, and they walk right into the oncoming.
Way out from the peg. Again, maybe getting a little bit staggered, maybe feeling pressured by that high percentage of West Branch.
Yeah, high percentage, and look at that combination. Earth Shatter into the Bastion Artillery.
Away from this as well, so bottom view could be used. We're going to see that one more time from Airflow, just right in the face of the competition, jumping over the head of Reinhardt.
face taking each other, pushing it. Looks like he's going to use his ult. They're going to combo that ult. Nice. Huge play. They're trying to kill it. Nice. Huge play from Alari in Rissa. One of the better combos in the game now that new support hero Alari for Sunrise.
Does not last long, and you're essentially down to take plus 4, 16. Oh my goodness, what a play from the start. There's such an advantage for building up these ultimates quickly. You're doing your job as a team, even if you're not in there, but just holy moly, that's straight on the toe. Like we wanted to see it, it's converted into one more elimination. Looking better and better, but BoxBox is still alive, running a terror for everything that Blue Touch tries to do. Their hard work is undone, and they're back to square one.
But remember, closer spawns for the attackers. They realize it's 3 players alive right now.
Okay.
That's no good. Nugget doesn't overstep.
Nugget!
Ooh.
But Tank is down. Block as a Sigma player, there's so many ways to get around it.
Oh, nice!
It's not letting the shatter go through it all. Spectron, Only Reaper is down mid-cast. That is a brutal
big
occurrence.
flux.
This is going to be a big flux slam, and everyone back down. Hope with the pancakes about to be seen on the other side. Boulder, give it to Crunch as a nice little parting gift. As Force Hills, they regain their
You'll find some amazing value.
They've been consistently exalted so far, despite having to be again the double entire down the backside. Was gonna team kill the combo with Ghostman. Oh my!
Right, well, that's exactly what we see, and it will close out the series, as you mentioned. 2-0. Right now, we're seeing exactly why Penn Trafford are now 5. And Logan plays, in fact, catching their opposite number in a Junkrat trap to finish out the fight. So another great start here for Gateway, and they're looking to continue it as Siendra again goes down.
There's nothing that Greater Johnstown can even do to that. That's a triple kill for the Junkrat. Make it 4. Logan plays. My.
Fantastic plays in their own right. I mean, just because someone is essentially wiping the lobby for you doesn't mean there isn't times when you're going to be called on, yourself, and rest of the team, Coops especially.
A little bit of damage here as well while you wait for the Lucio to make their way back towards you to try and see if they can help keep you alive. Swinging left, right, get a couple hits, but now everybody else is going to be moving on the point. This is where they can be very, very dangerous, Mama.
Yeah, just stalls out for the time, pops the ultimate. That should be playing. The front line, they have to be careful. They are going to trade a bastion from the other side. I believe Mando was the one to take them down and do that. But again, this Orisa just pumps out so much regular damage there. The spears as well are so nice. And it's another fight when they have to be careful about giving away their backside, though, because that soldier snuck on the point and almost took it back.
Yeah, I mean, this fight was a lot different, right? We actually saw this time around with that hook, able to get your one player in front of everyone else, and actually your focus fire.
It's gonna work out. You find Crazy out, but you're gonna find a headshot to Yama as well. There's no way with a 5-minute time bait. There's no way that Gateway can capture this point. But Logan comes down, another headshot from Mr. Gary, another one coming through. It's just a
However, Forest Hills has a couple ults on deck here as well.
Yeah, they definitely do. But here's the Meteor Strike coming on out. It takes down one onto Toasty. It's going to do some damage onto others, and Thrasher is going crazy on this side.
Close to our spawn.
There's the death blossom coming in from the top. Lord.
There you go! It takes so much to get rid of Thrasher, but when it eventually happens, it's great! But the dragon shall consume all! Paradox Thing with a triple kill on the Narrows. This is one of the few spots in the entire game of Overwatch. Will this
Engagement. You've lost DBSF. You need to be the central pillar for West Branch, and it might just not be possible. But the grab's already built up. Oh my goodness, it's Malden might have just been able to do it with DBSF's help, and they're able to get that res.
Against teams that are this good, especially when they're scoring picks like Hello There Is.
Yeah, hello there, fighting. Oh my goodness, 3, now 4 for Central Cambria.
Self-destruct is a nice thing to pull out of the pocket here if you're a Boards fan.
Oh, and they walk right into the oncoming.
Way out from the peg. Again, maybe getting a little bit staggered, maybe feeling pressured by that high percentage of West Branch.
Yeah, high percentage, and look at that combination. Earth Shatter into the Bastion Artillery.
All right, everyone, we are headed in to our final series of the afternoon, and we are going to be taking a look at Franklin Regional and Moshannon Valley. And this is kind of a blast to the past, not because of the names, because we're going back school account names. This reminds us of my first series of TEC, all the way back in, what was it, like 2021?
Yeah, 2021. It had to have been. 2022, maybe, actually.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, what were the schools? The schools, we had Greater Johnstown was on their school accounts. Moshannon Valley was definitely. Forest Hills. Yep.
I don't think Moshannon Valley was. It was Forest Hills. It was Greater Johnstown.
There were a couple of other
Winber.
ones. Yep, lost to esports.
When is esports?
Yep.
Bishop Carroll Blue and Bishop Carroll White.
I miss Bishop Carroll, man. Oh, and I missed Moshannon Valley too, Joker. I really missed them. And so last season, not having them was
one more team.
Very sad. But here we got them. MV Esports, I think 2 through 6 here. And they've all got names. We'll shout them out as they happen. But we're starting here on Lijon Gardens with, once again, 2 very broadly looking comps, Joker.
I just want to go back in the Discord and see what the heck. Oh, honey. All right. MV Esports 4, which is Annabella as well. Gonna be able to find that pick. A nice hook though did come in from Banana Boat. And right now, Moshannon Valley is looking really good so far. Gonna be able to start the first capture, and Mateo is gonna get caught out there. Nice nice trap though, and trying to take down MV Esports 3, Theodore, and they are going to be able to take them down as they still rotate around, still trying to get some more picks, but it looks more and more likely that Franklin Regional are going to be able to keep things going and get the point finally into their favor.
That's going to be Jeremy MV Esports 6 as well, kind of getting the turntables turned on them, thinking that they had cornered Sunny in that building over there on the coast side, as we call it, and end up getting the Glock pulled out on them. So, certainly compensates for falling off the edge of the map early on. You're going to get the points swung in favor of Franklin Regional, but a really nice fight demonstrated from both teams. I like this brawl comp that Franklin is on, but Mo Shannon might be able to give them a run for their money with this kind of brawl composition. And
Double
Esports 2, though, is going to hurt.
Double Flyer Brawl, Mr. Lord Coach Ethan person. What are your thoughts?
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. But that's kind of why I like it so much, and ultimately it kind of works for and against them.
Yeah, they are going to be able to find Sunny, bro, out of the fight after the res did come through, and well, it's going to help because Banana Boat's going to be able to find 2 with the whole hog, and well, that is going to be that for now, 43 and count.
Ooh, and an environmental to top it all off as well. Nice stuff from Apollo from Franklin Regional. I think that Franklin Regional right now is undefeated as well in Division 2 Overwatch, and so so this is a big deal for them to continue the win streak if they can pick up these next 2, possibly 3 maps here against Moshannon Valley, who is under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, they really are, and hey, Mateo's going to get caught out. The copy is going to come through on to the Roadhog, but they are able to get Mateo back into the fight, but hey, they are taken down immediately afterwards. The Shatter comes out. The Death Blossom, though, finding MV Esports 2, Rory out of the fight. Still trying to hold on to this or take it back is Moshannon Valley, and they seem to be doing just a good way as Jeremy's found another pick here, and they're about to change it over to their favor as they get Sunny Bro out of the fight, and they do take that the point back after 2 picks comes through from Annabella.
Yeah, really, really good stuff from Annabella. That duplicate was absolutely fantastic, and I love Joey being there to support Jeremy as well. That's going to be the Lucio and Zenyatta player, kind of playing off of each other. A really nice boot back in from MV Esports 3 here. That's going to be Theodore, and they're sitting on this rocket barrage, so they might be able to let Lucio.
Yeah, Barrage is going to come over the top, and he's going to take down Mateo. No! You woke him up! You woke him up! No, they woke him up. That would have just been the best. That would have just been the best. The slow pan down into the koi pond. The koi pond. Yeah, my day is kind of ruined after that. But nice plays coming in from Theodore still.
Moshannon Valley's actually locked down this objective as well. They have another duplicate here, so Annabella might be able to make something big happen, and as well, Jeremy's coming up on this Transcendent, so any offensive pressure that Moshannon's up against is going to be able to be mitigated, albeit only for a brief moment. We need to see a touch here from Franklin first.
Yeah, we do indeed, and Fluffy Jr. is not going to be the one to touch. They get there with Banana Boat, but they've already lost another one. A Tarly Strike has come, or the copy has come through, and that's round number 1, going the way of Moshannon Valley.
The copy's nice. The copies, oh man, the copies have actually been really good as well from Moshannon Valley, and that's one of those ultimates that, you know, honestly is a little bit more, I would say nuanced, but I think nuanced is the way that I might express it when I'm trying to be politically correct, right? When I'm trying to, you know, beat around the bush. And in fact is that Echo Duplicate is complicated. And so I've been really impressed with the duplicate so far from Moshannon Valley. You know, one thing that we haven't gotten to really talk too much about is Rory, MV Esports 2 on this tank role, and I think that's a great thing. Rory, don't get me wrong, we love to shout you out, but if we aren't saying anything about you, then that also means that you're just kind of doing your job, pulling the strings that you need to do, whether or not the curtain is closed in the theater, and that's a great stage to be standing on, whether you're going to get time in the limelight or not. For Franklin Regional, like I mentioned, you know, they are, like I said, I believe that they're currently undefeated. Yeah, I'm looking at the stats on my producer's screen.
You were the one who said they were undefeated.
Yeah. Did I say you? Like you said,
Yes.
Joker? Oh my
Yes.
goodness. A little Freudian slip there, I suppose. And so, you know, they gotta get something together. They gotta win this next round so that they can take the first map of the series, have a really solid lead to go off of, but they've already lost one person.
Double Fire, really an interesting look and working out for them so far, but Mateo has gone over to the Ash and has found out Annabella. But they are going to lose Mateo. Now this is going to be a little bit harder to hold on to this point if you are Franklin Regional, but they are going to be rushing back in off the back of the Javelin spin. With Buffy Jr. Making a swap over to the Tracer as well, but Annabelle doing some good work on the point so far, finding out Jeremy and Rose, but Annabelle's going to go down quickly afterwards. So, I mean, this is still just anyone's point, but it's looking really good from Ocean Valley here. They're going to be able to take the point quite soon.
Oh man, I say this at least once a week, but man, I would love to get my hands on these replay codes. It's really curious from my POV, Joker. It looks as if there's actually like these fights are just unfocused, but the big point of clarity for all of the players is going to operate around this Sigma barrier. Pay really close attention to the way that that Rory is playing Sigma here, and the way that the team plays around the shield too.
But Annabelle tried to make over the swap to Malga, but that's just not going to work for them. They've already been taken down and out of this fight. And more players just keep falling as quickly afterwards. But Annabelle's going to have to make the swap over to the Sigma now.
It makes perfect sense to do so as well. I don't think that the Sigma swap is absolutely essential here. What I would imagine is that Banana Boat feels the need to carve up the map the same way that that Rory is getting to, and the team is Shannon is benefiting from the way that Rory is creating space. So for Banana Boat to try and mirror that is a big deal, and it does lead to that elimination off the barrage. Really nice kinetic grasp there.
Yeah, great kinetic grasp coming in from Banana Boat, but Annabella is going to be able to take down Banana Boat right afterwards with that nice focusing beam. Fluffy Jr. to work quickly afterwards. This is just looking really good for Ocean Valley right now.
Really, really good. They've got ultimates to work with as well. That duplicate's going to be coming back into play in this next fight, and you know there are some things that you can do against it. It's Mateo with the Bob might have to deploy it just for a little bit of point presence, if not to help deal with the Duke. But then you have to worry about a sound barrier, a flux, and then surviving the neutral.
As Sound Barrier comes in, copies there as well, but not going to be able to get the duplicate up as Mateo finally finding a pick on to Joey there, but it's traded back immediately. This is looking really good still for Ocean Valley, and it is going to continue to be the case. Coalescence is going to be invested, but they're just taken down immediately. It's just Banana Boat left on the point here, and they're taken down swiftly after finding the pick on to Theodore, but map number 1 goes to the way of Ocean Valley.
This one's interesting to me, Joker. I think on pen and paper, Franklin Regional was the team more favored for this. So this actually might be a little bit of an upset here. That's happening. MV Sports 4, Joey saying GG or good round, or I usually like good map, GM.
Good round gamer. How about that?
Yeah, I like that one too. That one kind of rolls off the tongue. Shannon Valley is gaming. Joker, you remember their mascot? You remember their mascot?
The Gaming Knights.
I
Yes!
know, that's awesome, man. That's part of the reason that I missed them. I missed being able to say, and the Gaming Knights muster up the energy to push forward and lead the chart. You know, something cinematic. You know,
I still want to find out who was in our first series of TEC.
You're so old, man.
Bro, I'm pretty sure you're older than me, dog.
I'm so old, dude.
Yeah, you are.
I find I'm too old to be finding enjoyment from watching high school Overwatch, but it's so much fun, and it's really fun to see Shannon Valley in their element here.
You're like the guy who is in their mid-30s that never got over being the star quarterback in high school.
Yeah,
and he still wears his Leatherman jacket to relive the old days.
visits the same mom and pop diner that I used to back with the guys in high school. Oh goodness, that is
This 96-year-old New York City diner still serves their Coke the old-fashioned way.
oh my goodness. Oh yeah, with the oh no. Oh goodness. I'm even old enough for that. That is terrible. But not too old to enjoy a little bit of high school Overwatch. This has been a joy to watch so far. Moshannon Valley kind of coming out of nowhere with this composition that, again, I mentioned on pen and paper just doesn't make any sense at all. Moshannon gets to show us that you don't need a composition to make sense. I place such a heavy emphasis onto what I call compositional identity, right? That's the idea that you can walk out on a Junker Queen or a Reinhardt or a Sig Brawl composition, right? But ultimately, you have to have all of the pieces have to contribute to that vision, right? To that identity, right? You can't have dive DPS with that Brawl comp. You want to be able to support each other. Moshannon Valley says, we know the rules, so we know how to break them, like any excellent music theorist.
You know the rules, and so do I.
No, stop. That's not funny.
We've known each other for so long.
Oh, it's stuck in my head now, Joker.
It's your fault, dog.
Like I mean, like any good musical theorist, like Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky, Moshannon Valley is cooking with cannons right now, and they're going to come into big play here on Circuit Royale, the map with long sight lines. You've still got the Sigma, no sniper, still on that double flyer, which means explosive, ultimate exchanges, and also some just explosive potential with the neutral fight with stickies and just regular fire rockets are scary. Oh, and that's a nutty pick as well onto Sunny.
I found out, I think Somerset was another. And
The Somerset area Golden Eagles, yes. Yeah. I can't quite remember. It was something esports. I think we're in game once again. Like I said, so we're missing it a little bit, but MV Sports 3, that's going to be Theodore popping off on the Pharah here with plenty of backup in the form of.
They just keep pushing this forward, and it just kind of reminds me of a lot of my comp games. It's just they're playing flyers, and people can't the flyers.
It's tough. Yeah, actually. Now, I mean, it's Mateo and Sunny. Sunny, you know, they went down really early into this map, and so, you know, I understand not having the pressure there. They're set up on the stairs as well, and I like Sunny and Apollo and it's Mateo being wide here. This is an angle that you really want to control.
And it's really interesting that Moshannon Valley is getting good value because they're running not really a typical backline right now. They're running a Lucio and a Zenyatta. Normally you'd probably... Yeah, it is. But normally you'd see something like a Brigitte with the Zenyatta if you were doing that, especially in Season 9, or at least at the start of Season 9. But a nice Flux is going to come in, but the Transcendence is going to come out, saving the life of Jeremy for the time being, as this is going to find another pick. Mateo's going to go down, and quickly afterwards is Banana Boat.
What's really curious about the support lineup, in addition to the stuff that you already mentioned, is the fact that it almost seems like the longer the fight goes on, and this is kind of why I mentioned, you know, would love to get my hands on these replay codes, is because, again, I think that there's a lack of focus in these fights, possibly from both of these teams. But it seems like the longer the fight goes on, the stronger and better off Moshannon Valley is, which is almost paradox to what you would expect from a Zenyatta Lucio support lineup. They're coming into this fight with sound barrier, so I guarantee you, Joker, they're 100% stable, even despite the nano that Apollo has in their pocket. They get to live and win this fight. Moshannon Valley does.
Yeah, they've got so much utility going into this fight here, Ethan, that it's almost insurmountable for Franklin to really hold on to this. But hey, finding out Jeremy is huge. Like you said, they're trying to build up to another Transcendence. The sound layer is going to come in. The Duplicate is going to come through from a long range. The Clux did come through as well, but it looks like someone was stunned up or didn't find any won in the long run, but right now they're very close to the end, and the Coalescence is going to come in from Annabelle. Not going to be able to find anything for too long, but all those ultimates used and not the second point captured is massive for Franklin, and that has to give them such motivation into their favor. Now finding more picks into their favor as another two come through. Theodore is down out. So is Rory, as Franklin now look to hold out on the twisty road of death.
Oh goodness, this hill is absolutely treacherous. That is a good name for it, the Twisty Road of Death. I think that's what I'm going to call it from now on. And yeah, it does impose a lot of death, as we just got to see. Iconic Casters cursed it, but Moshannon Valley does lose and die that fight. Now they have to try and challenge this angle again, but like you mentioned, Joker, like you hinted at, it's very difficult, especially when you're going up against two ults that combo quite nicely together.
Especially when you're running into a Sigma as well, for Banana Boats to be able to set up their shield wherever they really feel like, and they find out Jeremy and Fluffy Jr. and oh my goodness, no, not Fluffy Jr. and Rory, sorry, and then yeah, just keep their hold going their way, and they just can't really make any progress.
Annabella's getting chased as well there by Fluffy. Ends up getting to safety, relative safety with their team. Gonna make a push here, down. Now they're Lucio to Mateo's Deadeye. Really nicely cast from them, and they do still have this Transcendence to work with as well. So you could conceivably push that 5v4, play the blind spot, take the stairs, or abuse Banana Boat. They drop, end up getting rocked out of the stunned, out of the kinetic grasp, and now it's time to get moving. Ooh, but you gotta watch out. Mateo dropped in after MV Esports 6, so that's gonna be Jeremy procking the Transcendence.
Yeah. Yeah. Now Moira, but they're gonna be able to get a nice kick to Apollo and kick them out of the fight now, and that should open things up fully for Moshannon Valley with all the picks coming their way, as Fluffy Jr. was in the front. They're not going to be able to yield the rest of their team, and then, well, they're going to just fall down because of it.
I mean, Moshannon barely stabilizes there. All of them were critically low. I'm pretty sure that if Fluffy throws a damage orb instead of a healing orb, they probably get at least 1 or 2 eliminations if Moshannon isn't quick enough to stabilize. But because they do stabilize, you find them capture the second objective. I'm really liking the Zenyatta from Jeremy today. The shots are really hitting during some of these crucial times. Oh, and so is the Rock. Beautiful cast for Banana.
Great Rock coming in. Now the Tactical Visor coming through from Sunny Bro as well to really hold on strong, especially since Annabelle is going to be caught out there. And so is Rory. Perhaps, yes, Rory's going to go down. So is Theodore, or just going to go out. But for now, Franklin holds on strong.
I really like having
they tossed it strong. I thought they got Ajax out of it.
Oh, no, they did apply.
Yeah, it did apply. Now the copier is still going forward. They kind of just lost the fight, but they're already regrouping. It was a quick turnaround for this Moshannon Valley Gaming Knights, and forcing Sunny Bro back and out, trying to rotate around, trying to keep going. As Annabelle's found a pick on to Fluffy Jr. there, is looking for more, and it is going to be Jeremy who keeps down Mateo. And still, Moshannon Valley keep pushing forward. Banana Boat is trying to frontline, trying to get some damage down, but Transcendence comes in at the right time. Not going to be able to find anything with that barrage, however, as still, you're very far along if you're this Moshannon Valley squad that you're really liking your progress. You've got to be able to find a pick, though, and that's a huge one onto Sunny Bro. The Brevik Bucks come through, and they're going to be able to take down 2 off the back of it. 30 seconds remaining, and nothing really on the board, though, so it might be where things end for Moshannon Valley.
Quite possibly. They'll get one last chance to get a contest and a last push here. They'll have maybe the Flux, maybe the Duke coming into this, but they'll have to survive the duplicate, the Coalescence. Banana Boat is securing stagger eliminations, so I think that you're actually quite right, Joker. It possibly does end here for Moshannon Valley.
You got to get the touch onto the point, but no longer going to. They get the touch there, and they find out Joey's already, and so is Jeremy now gone, and the Deadeye from the back going to take down Theodore, and Rory and Annabella are going to join them quite quickly afterwards, as that is going to be that. The attacking phase for Moshannon Valley is done.
Yeah, I really like this matchup. It feels to me like Franklin is getting quite reasonably challenged here by Moshannon Valley, and vice versa as well. It feels like both teams have had really good responses to what the other are running, right? Moving Sunny from the support to the DPS role so that they can take up the hit scan, fight off the Pharah. Apollo, we eventually move from Ana, who can also help out with pressuring that Pharah, to the Mercy, whose sole purpose is to enable the DPS and make sure that that ample pressure is applied to, I actually forget who was playing Pharah. Was it Theodore?
Yeah.
I think it was Theodore, because Annabella is on Echo. Yeah, and as well, Banana Boat onto the Sigma has been a remarkable response to Rory. Both Sigma players are absolutely. I think the kids are saying ballin' these days, and they're playing really well against each other. So this ends up being a really fun matchup for me to watch, Joker.
I don't think the kids are saying ball in any.
Okay, I'm gonna have to get with my guy then. He's feeding me faulty intel, man. I walk up to him on the street. I say, "Hey kid, I'll give you a nickel if you tell me what the kids are saying." And that's what he told me. So you're saying that I got conned out of a nickel, Joker?
Yeah, you're literally the what is up, my fellow school children?
Wait.
That is literally you.
Not at all.
That's literally you right now.
Not a good look for a TEC Overwatch cast.
It's literally you right now.
What's up, my There's what is up here on Circuit Royale. This is a very clean composition being run by Franklin against this muddy comp by Moshannon. That's what I'm gonna call it. It's muddy to me. And
Flyers.
This first corner.
Double Eagle. The Falcons, if you will. Yeah, but right now, Moshannon Valley is holding out. They're the only ones to really find a pick, I believe, so far. But maybe that changes quite quickly with people getting a low on the side of Moshannon Valley. But the Matrix is gone. The kick, yet again, just sends Mateo flying back to spawn. They do lose Joey. But the trades just keep coming through, and Franklin really aren't finding any real hindrance to the movement of their cart right now.
No, Jeremy's able to walk out of that and be like, "Oh, I got mine." Annabella as well, very close to a final blow and getting a little bit of a light contest.
Wow.
Losing the Flux here
Flux
out
already
of Vanilla.
out is crazy.
Kind of a big deal.
Yeah, Flux already built up is crazy, and the two Blade picks come in, and that might just allow them to take point number one.
I also like, though, for Moshannon Valley, the fact that Flux did get used there. I mean, obviously, some incredible pace being made here. Very quick strides from Franklin. But for Moshannon, it's fantastic to be like, oop, they don't have Flux anymore. You know what is also fantastic, Joker? It is about time that we got the big man into the comp. We are actually seeing Malga run here on Circuit Royale. I'm so excited. Let's see the big guy have fun.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how the Malga is played into this by Rory.
Get in there.
Yeah, they're going to go in quite quickly. The copy is going to come through, and it's going to help Moshannon Valley start the fall off to a good way as Deadeye comes in from the copy to Echo, and they are going to help solidify the fight.
Moshannon Valley is so weird. I mean, just like complete lapses for me while I wrap my head around the composition and the way that it's supposed to be played. And like, I don't know, man. I like the cooking Moshannon Valley, but you guys are weirdos playing this composition on this map against this matchup. Make sure you guys are taking Franklin seriously, because Franklin is not playing around. They're coming into this next fight with two ultimates. Losing Sunny is a little bit tough. You can still possibly make something happen with the Flux.
Yeah, definitely, as the Flux is going to come through, but the sound barrier in response is going to be even bigger. from Joey there. The Death Blossom comes through, finds 2, and that's going to be a nice hold yet again coming in from Oceanon Valley.
I want to know who the coach is. I want to know who's doing the cooking. Is it them or is it a coach? I gotta know. Moshannon Valley. Honestly, at this point, I'm almost desperate for Moshannon Valley to win, just so that we can like understand how easily the rules of Overwatch can be broken. And look at this. Speaking of rules, the Maga mirror has been forced. Let's go, 2 Magas. Oh, and a triple kill as well.
Triple kill coming through. Annabella is going to find a consolation prize in the grand scheme of things, but 4 come through from Mateo. A huge opening for Franklin Regional now.
All right, well, you know, honestly, whichever team wins this map, I'm going to be happy. I've gotten to see a Maga matchup, and that makes my day. He's a fun character to play. He's actually very boring, spectacularly boring to play, and play against. But I like seeing the Maga. You're going to have Cage coming up from MV Sports 2 here. Rory going to be having their ultimate, and off the Transcendence to keep them up while they're in there, too.
But now the Transcendence is going to be invested here early on now with the cage fight coming through. They might be able to hold on to this, especially if they can find a pick, as they do. Mateo goes down. Charge comes in from Banana Boat, but it doesn't look like it's going to amount to much unless a pick on the Rory is what they're looking for. As the Death Blossom's already built up. Banana Boat is going to invest their cage fight and not going to have any follow-up there, unfortunately, as Moshannon Valley continue to hold.
It's... Oh man, I'm trying to find the pattern. This one boggles my mind. I mean, I know that that's clear at this point, Joker. It almost seems like the plan for Moshannon is to let Franklin play into them, and then they all kind of disperse, go do their own thing, and at random, it almost seems like arbitrary times, they'll kind of recoalesce and group up for a pick, or let MV Esports 3 here, Theodore, absolutely popping off this match, you know, open the fight that way. And with the Blizzard, it's just, you don't lose these if you're Moshannon.
Yeah, right now the duel is going to come in, and right now Rory is quite alone, and the anti-nade has come out, but Banana Boat hasn't been able to find a pick, and they are getting Discord Orb up and not finding the same true. They finally find someone. They find out Jeremy there, but the plays are going to come in, and Mateo is going to find another tech. There's the sound barrier being invested, though, so they have an opportunity to come back into this fight. The Deadeye is available, and almost the cage fight back into this. Is it looks like Franklin Regional are going to be able to take this fight.
Yeah, they're going to be in it, and here for this last stretch, possibly looking pretty good with some stagger eliminations, and really very little in terms of ultimates to work with here on the side of Moshannon Valley. Meanwhile, for Franklin, you have 4 ults that you're sitting on top of, so you're feeling pretty good about this last fight. And Cage has been deployed.
Oh. And with the nano as well is just not okay. They are going to have a new lease on life going into round number 3, and they still they get it in the end as well.
Yep. That's almost a really nicely timed overrun.
Yeah, as now they have only 39 meters to push it to tie our series up here, Lord Ethan.
I honestly am not even sure if Moshannon gets a touch here. Oh yeah, they do. It's just going to be an absolutely harrowing fight.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Awesome to work with here as well. You got a touch. You got to get a touch.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate now, isn't it?
I don't know that Moshannon wins that anyways.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
It's such a tough angle. But I also want to say I think Moshannon wins that. The only reason being, my vision has not been what Moshannon's vision has been. So, you know, maybe the only way that they win there is by playing it their way. But, you know, to have seen them all rush the objective and then give Theodore and VE Sports 3, the Reaper player, enough time to teleport in, to get a Shadow Step in, and then a Death Blossom from above, dropping onto the cart, or artificially make the fight last long enough to have Death Blossom for the overtime fight would have been. I think that would have made the game pretty winnable here from O'Shannon. Although Franklin absolutely gets the last ditch, last second touch every time. With I think about 40 seconds remaining in the time bank at the end there. So enough for like 2 half fights. So we're going into map 3. We're going to the map 3, Joker, and via a means that we wouldn't have expected either. The inability to touch the objective there in Circuit Royale, leading us to this final arena against 2 teams, both of whom I would argue deserve to win. O'Shannon for their creativity and their use of this highly effective composition, or Franklin Regional and their dedication to discipline and the fact that at least for the most part, they're playing by principle, and I really, really like that.
That's all good and well, but what was that slander I was seeing in the match chat about Flashpoint? What? I don't know.
Were they talking trash about Flashpoint?
Yeah, they said, thank God it's not Flashpoint. Or
it's
good.
Mateo's the one who said that.
Yeah.
Right.
I might not be able to
coming after
support
you,
Franklin
pal.
Regional anymore.
I'm
Sorry.
coming after you. Yeah, Franklin Regional is some hot takes that you guys are dropping in front of casters who actually really in front of casters who know that Flashpoint is like one of the better game modes in Overwatch 2, by the way. It's like actually one of the best game modes. Yeah, it is actually the best game mode in Overwatch 2. So, I don't know. Now I want O'Shannon Valley to win. What do you think about that, Mateo? At the end of the match, I'm going to say, oh, good that O'Shannon Valley won.
I'm a Madge now. How dare they slander the only the best game mode in Overwatch 2? You know what'd be really good in Overwatch 2?
What would that be?
Assault.
No,
Yep.
we're not going down this road.
Yep.
We're not gonna yap about.
Bring back the Assault game mode!
We're in Porsche! We are in Colosseo, Joker.
I don't care. Bring back Assault. And remove the glass on a Colosseo.
I'll tell you what's been removed is the Zen out of O'Shannon Valley's comp. Jeremy's on the Moira. Does that bode well or poorly here?
It's good. I like it. I like it a lot. They now actually have healing on their team.
They didn't have healing.
They were indeed, but again, it allows them to sustain and start these fights off well. A lot easier with a Moira. I would like the Ramatra to come out instead, and that would be a million times better. But right now, Franklin is starting off strong with the picks coming their way as yeah, Jeremy's cooking something up. I don't know why you're in the back line as Moira.
Go, Jeremy.
The sleep dart comes in, and that's unfortunate.
Okay. You have the rest of the fight happening in the background. I mean, Franklin has scored a couple of really nice picks. They're on the Zarya now. Zarya, Ana, Cassidy, and Soldier with Mercy. I mean, that is an ironclad composition. There's the Ramatra that you wanted. A suitable response against the Zarya.
Yeah.
But Zarya's microwaving your team. So O'Shannon Valley, they're going to have to reset.
Yeah, I love this comp coming in from O'Shannon Valley, honestly. They just need to, like you said, reset, and they should, in theory, run over Franklin Regional. It's more about just sticking together and getting these fight wins. As now Pummels are going to come out, and, well, it's a pick already coming in from Jeremy. As Grab comes out, though, no response is going to be there, and that's just going to be a wash of damage and they nano boosted Fluffy.
Oh, they nano vouched the Hurricane.
Yeah.
Oh, Franklin. Oh man, Franklin and O'Shannon actually. You know, I've seen enough personality from both of these teams to be just very pleased with the match today between the two of them. There's still 7 minutes in the bank, so you can honestly turn this around, and that might be what Theodore's looking to accomplish here with an open pick on a Fluffy.
Yeah, they are going to be able to take the pick, but I think they've lost. Yeah, there's already the forward spawns coming in for Franklin Regional.
Oh, yeah.
They are going to get the pick coming in from Theodore, but again, I like to say it a lot, and I'll say it again, that might just be a consolation prize in the grand scheme of things. The Banana Boat's also very low and going to go down in the end. Sunnybro is going to trade it back, but still, it looks like, yeah, O'Shannon Valley are going to be able to finally get the bot into their favor. That's Sunny? Sonny?
Oh, well, you know, Jeremy claims another victim. I've honestly been a big fan of Jeremy so far, aside from the one in earlier. So, hey, big win for Jeremy. And I was about to talk about, like, the ultimates here for Franklin. They almost have another grab, which is kind of nutty. But they're going to have to survive a lot, and they don't have anything in terms of defense holds. So it's going to be tough to survive the onslaught from Pulse, Cole, Blossom, and Annihilate. But there's the Pulse already out.
Yeah, Pulse Bomb has come through, and now they've got to be able to turn their attention to more pressing things, like maybe getting Apollo out of this, who is literally 1 HP. No, they just let them get healing now as well. Banana Boat's very low, but still not staying alive. Just getting the healing from Fluffy Jr. on this Mercy, and that's just going to quickly go back into the favor of Franklin Regional.
Go in, raise your arms, bare your fangs, get in there, Rory. Well, actually, no. It's probably a get out now here for Franklin or for Moshannon Valley. It's a get out, group up, stabilize. Possibly not a luxury that will be afforded to Rory. They are running, but the rest of the team is in, so it's time to go back in. Watch out for the nano grab.
Yeah, the grab's gonna come in. There's the Jedi as well, and Mateo lines up too. You know, you might hate Flashpoint, but at least you're a good player, so we can forgive you for now. Yeah, the pick comes through. Apollo did get taken out, but again, it's just, like I like to say, that consolation prize, that consolation pick for the fight lets you come back into this next one feeling a little bit better about yourself.
Joker, you just summed up the dynamic between players and coaches. Coaches are like, yeah, I don't like the takes you drop, but you know, you're a good player, so I can respect you. And then players are like, yeah, you can't play the game, but I respect the takes that you shared. And that's what we're getting to see, this dynamic between us and it's Mateo there, who does have a very clear vision about what they're wanting to accomplish. Let's see how that vision looks going around this harrowing corner. With Moshannon already down one, this might be a straightforward endeavor.
Yeah, as the hopping over to the Reinhardt, trying to counter out the Zarya, interestingly enough, and hey, the charge is going to work in. Sonny's just going to get in the way of it, but again, that's just not enough to really turn the tide of it all. But maybe, no, the boot does not go over the side of the map either, as Banana Boat already has built up to another Graviton Surge, but it is seemingly a little too late for comfort here, as the copy invested late.
Yeah, Copy invested to just make sure that the fight is won definitively, and it turns out that it might have been won as well. So a little bit of a wash with the dupe, but that's no big deal because Moshannon Valley is going to be coming up on the Coalescence, the Shatter. They've got the Bastion as well to make sure that there's ample pressure applied to all of the targets here, who are all high priority, by the way, as far as focusing them down from Franklin. And so there's a push that you can make happen here. Just got to see if Moshannon Valley capitalizes.
Grab is out. You've got to build up. No, you've got to build up a charge first, and then you use the grab. But it still finds a kill in the end. So still, this is just going to go quickly back to Franklin Regional, but Banana Boat not able to find Joey.
Yes, the solo shatter. Woohoo, Rory.
Yeah, that's just kind of disrespectful from Rory there, but it's going to find you a pick, and Banana Boat now caught in the grasps of Rory and Annabella. As now the bot's back in their favor, though. 3 minutes to go, however, and you've got to make up quite a bit of ground.
I mean, see, when you just let Moshannon Valley kind of run amok and leave them to their own devices, like you're seeing here, they get picks and progress and fight wins and map wins. And it's possible that that's what was happening in those early maps of this afternoon against Franklin, is Franklin's just letting them play that way. Now Banana Boat on this Zarya and the rest of them building ults so quickly, able to shut down Moshannon Valley in those endeavors. But Moshannon Valley, the lesson here to learn is that you let them play their game, they will walk all over you. No walking here, though, just a lot of shutting down with the Deadeye. Mateo popping off.
Yeah, Mateo just continuing to show that they're a good player, even though they do not have good takes.
Even if they hate Flashpoint.
Man, and we're never going to let you forget this.
No, never.
We're never going to let you forget. If you make it to the finals, we're going to bring it up to you. If we're there. And we're going to call you out for it. And
Right
I'm sorry.
Hey, here in a couple of years, I'll be in my rocking chair in the old folks home being like, remember, it's Mateo.
It's Mateo said the worst take we've ever heard. But in the meanwhile of us ragging on Mateo, Moshannon Valley did get some couple of picks, but again, the bot is back in the favor of Franklin Regional. But Rory could make a difference. They're about to build up to the shadow. The charge comes through. The copy is there as Moshannon Valley off the back of Theodore on the Bastion. Finding 2 there. You're going to be able to get the bot back into their favor, but a minute on the board left, though.
Yeah, as well as Annabella's duplicate, which by the way, we didn't really talk about it, but like Annabella's duplicating or like generating that ultimate very, very quickly, which is particularly impressive. They got 2 more ultimates, almost 3 to worry about this fight for. A minute left in the bank, a Coalescence to wait out, and the Bastion artillery form in play. Let's see as the fight rolls out.
Coalescence has there from Apollo to just open things up, kind of. But Sunny, the one to truly open it up with their tactical visor and taking out Theodore. There goes Jeremy and Annabella quickly afterwards. The grab there is a cleanup to take Rory to spawn. And now it's down to 30 seconds here, Mr. Ethan. Things are looking dire now for this Moshannon Valley squad.
Yeah, what was a really winnable series has kind of turned its back on them, back on the double flyer comp and an opportunity to make something happen, but by now the discipline may be too great on the side of Franklin to really make a win out of today. The sound barrier certainly helps though.
Yeah, as they are going to come in. Shatter is out, not going to be able to connect though. As Mateo, is going to be able to stay alive. Now the Death Blossom comes through, and that's just going to be the nail in the coffin. The Beyblade seals the deal as Franklin take the series in a 2-1 fashion.
I mean, at one point I mentioned, how Moshannon deserves to win there because of just how brilliantly they play their composition, and that cannot be understated. They run out on some weird stuff, and they do some weird things too. But Franklin, but Moshannon Valley, the gaming nights will surprise you with the way that they. Again, it appears arbitrary, but it's actually their sense of timing. It's their game sense. It's their target prioritization. It's the way that they calm, the way that they play. That's really coming in through for them in a big way. Ultimately, it doesn't match up against the like I said, the discipline from Franklin. We saw every single time that bot moved back to the middle of the map after Franklin had achieved that forward checkpoint on Coliseo. There was an ultimate exchange that would take place, and that would shut down Moshannon Valley's push. And the level of discipline and playing by principle that is, making sure that we have our ults for these crucial moments is super important. And for that, 100%. I would have loved to see Moshannon Valley win, but I'm glad to see that Franklin took the dub today. Really nice stuff from both of the teams. I'm so impressed.
Yeah, I am as well. Even though, again,
Mateo and his tanks. Yeah. Keep the dark thoughts to ourselves, Mateo.
Yeah. Let's not have our bad takes aired out.
What do you and I do for a living, Joker? Oh.
But other than that, and other than bad takes from Mateo, that was just a good round from Franklin Regional. They looked a little sloppy on map number 1, but after that, they able to clean it up and get their victory and stay up 3-0 in this early season, or this early part of the spring series.
Yeah, and meanwhile for Moshannon Valley, we get kind of re-immersed into their roster, into their gameplay, and man, what a reintroduction it was. Moshannon, we've missed you a lot and are so glad that you're back with us. And Franklin, we're so glad to have you guys this year. I'm so excited to see where you guys' D2 Overwatch team ends up. Keep winning, because it's going to lead to an explosive finals. Joker, do we have any more games for today?
I do not believe so.
Oh, that's tragic.
Yeah,
so
I
sad.
think it's all over, but guess what? We'll be back next week with more Overwatch action. And make sure to follow the streams because, well, there is more than just Overwatch if you're interested in that. Tomorrow, Middle School Rocket League is happening, and then on Monday, it is Valorant, and then on Tuesday, it is Rocket League. I believe it's one of those two, right? right?
Some kind of
Yes.
combination of those.
Rocket League's tomorrow as Tuesdays. Mondays is Valorant. Thursdays is middle school Rocket League. So that's going to be it from us, myself, Joker's Ransom, him, Lord Thethan, and our wonderful producer, Man Can Man. Thank you all for watching. And wherever you are in the world, have a wonderful rest of your day.